you what, folks, listening to something the other day on radio, it's amazing what facts you hear sometimes just listening to a programme when it's nothing to do with the fact that they tell you. I'm listening to Pick of the Pops, and he mentions there, he says, he said, The Gauntlet, ex-Clint Eastwood film from the 70s, currently being remade, he said, with Tom Cruise and whoever else it may be. And I thought, they're not remaking that, are they? I can't believe it. I thought that's not one I thought they would revisit. And then I thought to myself, why remake that? You don't remake something that Clint Eastwood starred in, because no one can do it as good as Clint Eastwood. And he said, that was it, Tom Cruise. I think he said Scarlett Johansson, I think he said. I don't know her that well, but I know little Tom. And I thought, what's Tom Cruise doing that for? I mean, it was like more of a B movie than an A movie at the time. In fact, I think when I seen it in the British cinemas, it was at the time when they used to have two films on. They had a main film and a backup, and I'm sure the backup, the Gauntlet, was backing up another film at the time, funnily enough. I enjoyed it. Because I love Eastwood. I always have done. I'm always going to. You know, if I'm still alive when he's gone, and he's older than me, so it might go that way, I'll always watch his films. I think he's a brilliant, brilliant actor and a sensational director. I think he's one of the best he's ever been. But many have put it as one of his lesser movies, and because it wasn't really critically acclaimed, it's not just something I wouldn't have thought anyone would pick up on. Yeah, it's a lot of shooting and shoot me up and all that. Well, Tom Cruise likes all that, but I wouldn't have thought it was one he would land on, really. Although I think it'd be an easy one to film. He won't be jumping on and off mountains like he is now. But I thought, why bother with the Gauntlet? Go and do Mission Impossible number 19 or whatever. You know, why bother with the Gauntlet? I thought, oh, no. And then I thought, will it be as good as Clint? I thought, absolutely nowhere near. Johansson, will she be better than Sandra Bullock? Well, probably. I don't really know Johansson, but Sandra Bullock doesn't take a lot of beating. What she won't be, she won't have the mouth that Sandra Bullock had on her, and the attitude. Sandra Bullock was brilliant at that, having a lip on her and having an attitude. She was fantastic. So that she won't be bettered with. But acting-wise, I think she probably would. I mean, let's face it, she only got the film, I think, because at the time, I think she was Clint's current squeeze. In fact, I think for a few years, she was really what amounted to his common-law wife, really. I think she was the lady that he left Maggie for, you know, his first and only real wife, I think, or only lengthy marriage. I'm sure he left Maggie for Sandra Bullock. I'm sure he did. I might be wrong, but I think he did. And she starred in 4 or 5 films with him, but no, I don't think she'd have got the part had she not been with him at the time. But I mean, I liked it at the time. I didn't love it, but liked it. Got to like it more. And I mentioned it on air a few months ago now. I did a bit of a video, I think, on Clint Eastwood. I've done some on Clint Eastwood, but I think I also did a bit on a couple of movies. And that was one of them, The Gauntlet. I mentioned The Gauntlet, and I mentioned Every Which Way But Loose. And it's only, in fact, she was in that as well with him, which is weird. They came out round about the same time-ish, I think. And it's strange because they were both sort of, well, The Gauntlet definitely like more of your B-movie style. Every Which Way But Loose, not quite. It did well Every Which Way But Loose because it had the old, the orangutan in it and whatever else. And great films in different ways. But what I've loved about them since when I've seen them more recently, and I've got, I think, a bit more of a, not so much a film buff, but a bit cleverer, as I've sat and watched and took things in even more, what I noticed about both films is the first, say, 10 minutes of each film. If you get a chance to watch them, watch the first 10 minutes of The Gauntlet and the first 10 minutes of Every Which Way But Loose. It's just brilliant. The cinematography is brilliant. The cinematography is wrong. Because it's not the quality of the picture, it's where he takes the picture and how he takes them and how he lets it just run. It's just a guy walking in each instance with a camera following him. There's no storyline, it's just showing the guy and where he comes from and who he is, as in Eastwood. And you're following him through sort of the day or night life of the area that in which he lives, and it's just America. Nowhere special in America, just America. And it gives you a real feel for what America really is or was. They're brilliant 10 minutes. It's just, for me, 2 great openings to a film that are just different but samey at the same time. It just shows the background in which they live. And I don't know what it is. If ever you get a chance, watch The Gauntlet. Watch the first 10 minutes. Watch the whole film, but watch 10 minutes. And 10 minutes of Every Which Way But Loose, and you might get where I'm coming from. I just think they're brilliant starts to a film. Absolutely brilliant. The first 10 or 15 minutes of both is great. But Eastwood as old Ben Shockley, yeah, I liked it, the washed up cop. Will Tom Cruise do as good as I've said? No, nowhere near. So I'm surprised they're doing it. I think I read somewhere today that, because I went to see if it was being made, and they actually said it started production 2 days ago, the 6th, 3 days ago. And I'm sure somewhere I've read that Eastwood is producing it. He's not directing it, but producing it. I don't know if that's the case. But I'm really surprised they're visiting an Eastwood vehicle. I really am. I really, really am. No, I'll probably watch it. Yes, I probably will. Will it be as good as the Eastwood one, even though the Eastwood's one, what, 23, 47, 48 years old now? No, it'd be nowhere near as good. Nowhere near as good. He's not got the charisma that Eastwood has got. For all he's one of the world's big movie stars now, he's not got the charisma Eastwood's got for me. So no, I'll watch it. Will I enjoy it? I might not mind it. Will I like it like the Eastwood one? No chance whatsoever. Am I surprised they're doing it? Very, very, very surprised. Couldn't believe when I heard it. I thought, that can't be right. But I said, I've been on the internet today, and they are. I'm very shocked. Anyway, you'll have to wait for, what's it called? Whatever I said, number 18. That series he does, Tom, or 19. Or is it 20? Mission Impossible. You just have to wait for them. They'll come as the years fly by, don't you worry.